really the question. Like, where is everybody at? What are we doing? And why is it so hard to say thank you, excuse me, hold the door for each other, um, not walk around with an attitude, and be able to just speak how you feel and not in a negative way. So with that being said, like I said, reading books keeps me solace, keeps me in my solace, comfort in a time of distress, keeps me away from distraction. Watching TV is cool or whatever, but it distracts you from what you're supposed to be doing versus, healing, getting out in nature. And of course, if you're using it correctly, excuse me, like YouTube, things like that, Instagram, whatever. If you're using that for your education, of course, it's okay to have fun time. But if you're using that for, your education, for getting better and generally just growing, then I appreciate it. And I condone that, but if you're using it to waste your time and, um, like the way these children are, they don't, everything is a movie to them. Everything is fantasy, everything is virtual reality, everything is, what they call a fantasy, I guess, living in a fantasy world, and they're not able to face reality in the way that we were growing up. Because I've been here for 4 decades. I can't even believe it. Like, it's crazy. Like, I look at myself and I'm like, damn, I've seen a lot, been through a lot, met a lot of people, lost a lot of people, gained a lot of lessons. Happy that I am at the point where I can let things go and flow. Let the rhythm bounce out the way it's supposed to be. It's just a good vibration. Just a good vibration is all I'm looking forward to. What I'm doing, trying to provide. I go by the vibes. So I try to stay away from any environment that gives me a negative feeling. If I feel like I don't want to be there, then I won't. I don't get up and rush and run to places like I used to and just say, hey, yeah, just because I said I would be there, I have to be there. No, I've realized that, as an adult, you do have a decision to either go or stay, or just be with yourself and understand that, some places are not good for you to be at, and it's okay for you to say no. A lot of people get lost, and a lot of people get lost in people pleasing, and trying to be there for everybody. But I've learned that it's an energy burnout to try to always be there for everybody. You know what I mean? And trying to, um, what do you say, tune yourself or melt yourself into or transform into something different in order to satisfy other people. You know what I mean? And it takes a lot, and it takes wisdom, it takes patience, um, it takes confidence for you to say no, especially to your family members or, someone that you consider a good friend. But I feel if the love or the support is not reciprocated, you have to find the tribe, the company, the circle that understands you, who respects you, who will be okay with you calling some shit out if necessary. Being able, like, my biggest thing is checking space with people. Hey, are we just a simple, hey, are we good? Are we all right? Is there something that I did to you as to why we don't talk anymore? Why you don't reach out? But I am known to be a people person, be around a lot of people, but lately I just been choosing myself and being in my space and, partially going through some things and growing and just reevaluating who I am, who I was, and who I'm growing to be. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, I definitely want to get into, like I said, releasing and the steps to letting go. So let me start with that. Hi YouTube, how you doing? Facebook, how y'all doing? Everybody on BostonFreeRadio.com. Thank you so much for that.